for one another. Because as you know, that you wake up on Monday mornings and you don't feel as warm and fluffy as you did just a little while ago. Because one of your wills will thwart the other one's will. You say, I wish you'd. And that's when you look at the ring on your finger and say, I made a promise to you to honor you. Help me to honor you today. Husbands were told to love their wives even as Christ loved the church. Service. How did Christ love the church? I see how he loved his disciples. He washed their feet. He got down and served them. And he said, if anyone be great among you, let him be a servant. You want to be a great husband? Serve. Serve. One good reason for a couple, and I think maybe a prime reason to come together, other than the physical pleasure and the enjoyment of company, is to learn to serve one another. And that can bring you great honor. So love your husbands as Christ loved the church. How did he do that? He gave himself for it. God so loved the world. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him wouldn't perish but have life everlasting. Life everlasting. You think about that sort of love. The sort of love that made Jesus, for us, stand in front of Pontius Pilate, be falsely accused, be beaten and whipped, and taken up on a mountain, and have nails driven in his hand. That's the kind of love that God wants of us. Well, it's impossible, so you can forget it. Unless God himself dwells in you, in your relationship. I've come to understand that in the beginning when God made people, Adam and Eve, he made Adam first and just said, this is not good. Everything was good so far, and then looked at Adam and said, this is not good. It is not good for a man to be alone. But he said, let us make man after our image and our likeness. Man was made with a life for God. He was alive to God, and he could talk with God and commune with God. But it wasn't very long before Adam and his new bride blew it, and they lost that life with God.